What up, 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 YouTube? It's your boy Red, back at it again with another video brought to you today by the wonderful plant aloe vera. In case you have any cuts or bruises, just put some aloe vera on it. It'll all go away. I thought I'd talk to you today about the 5 worst purchases I've ever made in my entire life. These purchases, what was the point of them? Chasing clout, keeping up with the Joneses, setting money on fire because I didn't want to put it into index funds, which I should have done. I'm telling you this so that you can avoid the pitfalls that I fell into. Don't spend your money on dumb stuff like me. So let's just get into it. Let's just get into the 5 worst purchases of my entire life. So worst purchase of my entire life, 2017, I'm in Toronto, home of the real Drizzy Drake. And I go to the OVO store and I buy these green sweatpants with the little owl on them. The first thing you might notice about these green sweatpants is that they are quite wrinkly. Very, very wrinkly. They're also not very comfortable. The little drawstring came undone and got, stuck in the pants. Not high build quality. I might buy more Drake products in the future. I'm not totally ruling it out, but if I do, it is purely for the clout. I am addicted to clout, and that is the reason that I bought these 150 Canadian dollar pants. It might be like $20 in the United States. No, it's more than that. Still too expensive for green sweatpants. Nobody's wearing green. People have made fun of me for this. All of those people have less clout than I do, so it didn't really bother me at all. I should have, instead of buying these pants, bought something maybe more expensive from the OVO store to really show that I'm a dedicated clout chaser. In reality, these sweatpants are low quality, definitely not worth 150 Canadian dollars or American dollars. I regret buying them, and I will not buy low quality products from Drake ever again, hopefully. Maybe I will. If I do, it will be for the clout. Now that I have a YouTube channel, the clout is gonna help me a lot more. Before, the clout was not helping me at all. Not a good purchase. The next horrible purchase that I made was after I graduated college. I thought, I'm a 22-year-old man. I need an Xbox. I've never played Xbox before. I've never owned an Xbox, but I thought, my friends have Xboxes. I'm 22, I'm supposed to have an Xbox. So this was classic keeping up with the Joneses behavior. I thought, I like FIFA, I'll play FIFA. I have friends that play FIFA. It'll be great. What I didn't know about Xboxes is that when you turn them on, they have to update themselves every single time you turn them on. And that's how they trick you into playing them over and over and over again, is that for them to not update every time that you turn them on, you have to play them all of the time. So I did not play them all the time because I had a full-time job, so I just couldn't be playing FIFA every single hour of every single day. I would turn the Xbox on, it would update for 10 or 20 minutes, and then I would get to play FIFA, which is also quite a slow experience. You have to go through all these menus. It's very boring. I want the dopamine right now. These phone games have trained me to be a dopamine rat, right? I need it. I need the fix, right? I can't be going through menus. I want to be scoring sweaty crossheaders and cutbacks. I don't want to be going through menus or playing this, career mode, right? Whatever. So eventually, the low quality, horrible Xbox, it gave me an E100 error, which just means that it doesn't work anymore. So that was actually really convenient. I then no longer had to play Xbox. I was able to just take it outside and set it on fire because it was completely useless. So that was probably the second worst purchase that I've ever made in my entire life. Don't buy an Xbox. Don't keep up with the Joneses. You don't need an Xbox. And when the PlayStation 5 comes out later this year and it looks really great, and I'm gonna want one because, Spider-Man. I've never played Spider-Man before, but I'm gonna wanna play Spider-Man. And I might buy it. I shouldn't buy it. It would be the same as buying the Xbox. But I might do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna buy a PlayStation 5. I'm not gonna play Spider-Man. I don't have that kind of time. Think of all the other things you could be doing. Don't buy these things. They're a waste of time. Number 3. The third worst purchase I've ever made. This was more of a don't spend that amount of money on something that you're not sure you're gonna use situation. So about a year ago, I went all in and bought a camera, a microphone, this little tripod to carry it around on. I was like, I need to start a vlog to show everyone how cool I am and how interesting my software consulting lifestyle is. I'm gonna take this tripod, mount my Canon 80D on it, and I'm gonna walk around airports. I'm gonna walk around New York City. Everyone's gonna be, oh, Rhett's so cool. Look at how he gets to travel and do this and that. They were gonna call me the Casey Neistat of YouTube who knows how to program. That's what they were gonna call me. The programming Casey Neistat of YouTube who travels and does software. I could see my name in lights on the trending page. Rhett Reisman, the Casey Neistat who knows how to program of YouTube with his Canon 80D and his fancy Zhiyun Manfrotto combination tripod. This is what, the greatest. Unfortunately, I had no experience doing any of this, and it's pretty hard to produce these videos. I didn't want to walk around in the airport with this out, with my suitcase, with my luggage. The camera's kind of heavy. I was weaker at the time and it was difficult to carry it, and so didn't pan out, and I ended up spending about $1,500 on the entire setup, some of which I will use. This little tripod and ball head I will never use because I don't plan on walking around and filming content, so I'm not going to use the tripod. If instead of buying all of this stuff that I didn't even know how to use, I had just put all the money in Bitcoin like a smart person, don't know what to do with your money, put it in Bitcoin. Not financial advice, but probably work out. If I had put it all in Bitcoin, I'd have way more money right now. Bitcoin at the time was between 3,000 and 5,000, and now it's at 12,000 today. Crazy. I could have quadrupled my money or doubled my money in the worst case. My future children would have been happy about that. My future dependents, anyone who, Rhett, thank you for investing in Bitcoin instead of spending all your money frivolously on an entire camera setup that you don't even know how to use. What are you doing? That's what they'll say to me in the future now. Why didn't you invest in Bitcoin at 3,700? Instead, you threw all this money into this camera setup that you didn't even know how to use it. Don't buy really expensive stuff if you don't know how to use it. Start small. If I had just used my iPhone to upload YouTube videos, that would have been way better, because I could have built that habit loop and then started making videos, and then at some point when I wanted to upgrade the quality, I could have got a camera and a tripod if I needed one. But don't just go balls to the wall because you have the money. You can have the money and invest in Bitcoin, and then when it hits 12,000 and you made all your money off of investing it earlier, you can buy your nice little camera setup that you got going on here. So that was number 3. I'd say lesson learned from that: don't just heavily invest in a setup that's not really going to be proven to return you any value. Number 4. Similar situation with this one. What is this? A nice portable Logitech felt keyboard, Bluetooth, wireless. Wow, very great. Oh, Rhett, you travel all the time. That must be so useful. That's what I thought. I listened to this guy that I follow on the internet, Tim Ferriss. Very smart man. This is one of his top 5 favorite things that costs less than $100. I think it was $35. Not that big of a deal. And so I was like, let's just do it. Tim Ferriss likes it, I like it. Tim Ferriss uses this to write. He's a professional writer. He writes stories in coffee shops. I am not a professional writer. I very rarely write. And at the time, I wrote even less. I also at the time did not drink coffee or visit coffee shops. And I had a laptop that already has a keyboard. So this is a case of I at the time was trying to actively look for things to spend money on. And I thought, I really want to be a writer in a coffee shop. It would be great if I had a wireless keyboard that Tim Ferriss, professional writer, recommends, because then I could just be Tim Ferriss. Unfortunately, the thing that makes Tim Ferriss is not this keyboard. It's the years of experience and habit loops that he's gotten himself into. So this is worthless if you are not a professional writer who needs a Bluetooth keyboard. If you do need a Bluetooth keyboard, probably very nice, but I didn't, and so for me, it's junk. Number 5 is going to be a real doozy here. I think a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this one. Number 5 is my Netflix subscription. I actually got into Netflix a year ago, pretty late, and I got in because my family was like, hey Rhett, let's get a Netflix subscription. We don't know how to do it. You're the technologically savvy person. Hook it up. You got the credit card. Figure it out. And so I did that. I hooked it up. I had the credit card. I paid for the Netflix. They paid me back. Very nice. But not the problem. The problem is that Netflix is a gigantic waste of time. The 1-year subscription is like $180 for the family. Not the end of the world. But the opportunity cost of watching Netflix, every time I'm watching Netflix, I'm not exercising. I'm not building anything. I'm not making any money. I'm actually eating junk food with my brain. If you didn't know, that's what Netflix is. And that's what it is for my brother and my mom and my dad and my aunt, who are all on the account. The amount of opportunity cost, time wasted that we will never get back because we were watching Peaky Blinders or some nonsense, ridiculous show on Netflix is infuriating. I feel this way, but my family does not feel this way. They love Netflix. And so now it will be impossible for me to cancel my Netflix subscription because I was the one that set it up. None of them know how to do it or don't have the credit card. My brother knows how to do it, but he's young, he doesn't have a credit card. So they love this thing that if I cancel, I will now be causing strife in their lives because they need to watch their little, oh, Black Mirror. Oh, this little thing is on that I really need to watch. And so I can't cancel it now. And I think that Netflix is a brilliant business for exactly this reason. And I will be buying shares of stock in Netflix because I cannot quit their service even though I want to. I desperately want to quit their service, but my family is so in love with the junk food brain content that I can't quit. And I think that that's a really powerful business model. There are literal subscribers of Netflix who want to not be subscribers anymore, but they can't not. They can't not have Netflix. They need to have it. I have to have it because my parents, my family will be upset with me if I cancel this thing. And so that's why Netflix, don't get involved. These streaming services, probably the other ones too, just don't do it because you can't quit. You can never stop. You need to, now I need to get Hulu. Now I need to get Disney Plus. Now, oh, I got a free year of Disney Plus with my Verizon membership. We're never gonna be able to quit. This is never, it's never gonna end. Once you get one of these things, that's it. I'm now on Netflix forever. And I deeply regret that because not only did I ruin my own life with Netflix, I've ruined the lives of the people that I love the most. And that's what really hurts. So those are the five. Those are the 5 worst things I've ever bought. Clout chasing sweatpants, very expensive camera setup, Xbox, it's totally useless. Basically a plastic brick that I set on fire in my driveway. The Netflix, horrible. I feel like I'm trapped by software on that I pay them. I pay them money every month and I can't get out. And I don't even remember the keyboard, it's so useless. Right? I have keyboards. I have a keyboard on my computer. I have a keyboard on my Mac. I have a keyboard on my iPad. I don't need it. I just don't need this keyboard. It is felt. It feels very nice, but it's not worth $35. I'm not a writer. I don't need the keyboard. Maybe if you're a writer, this would be the one that if you really wanted to be a writer and you really needed a wireless keyboard, you could get this. The moral is you shouldn't buy things just for the sake of buying them. You should buy things because you actually need them. If you don't already have the systems in place to use these things, you shouldn't buy them. And it's the same issue with the camera. So again, end of story, don't chase clout. If you're a YouTuber, you can chase clout. I might buy more Drake clothes after this. Don't buy things that are really expensive if you don't have a system in place to use them. I should have bought Bitcoin instead of this camera. Don't subscribe to streaming services because you'll never be able to get out. And then boycott Xbox, right? They don't even work. They literally break. I had never used this Xbox and I turned it on one day, E100. Don't buy them. What are the 5 worst things that you have ever bought? I wanna know. I don't think that there's anything worse than the Xbox. I don't think that you could buy something worse because they just don't even work, right? If you're supposed to have fun, I can download apps on my phone, I'll have fun. Xbox really just truly useless. If you guys think that you bought more useless things, put it in the comments. I would love to hear how you guys have misspent money. And if you're gonna tell me that you spent $10,000 on a whatever, I don't care, all right? I get it, you're super high clout. In 6 months, will be way higher clout than you. I'll have at least 10 subscribers by then. So check back because there will be more content. Love you, bye.